Hey, Jacob! What the hell you doing, you little bastard? We have to film this movie tonight.
Uh-huh.
Well, we have to film... What the fuck is going on? And a 1, and a 2. Hey, welcome to Ranting once again. This is Chris. This is Jacob. Now I'm Tim.
Today we are reviewing Alien vs. Predator.
And don't forget me, lads. I'm Smarty O'Brien.
Smitty O'Brien, what'd you think of the movie?
I thought the movie kind of was very campy, and it kind of sucked.
Absolutely.
How did you feel about it?
Not great. As someone who loves the franchise, one of the worst ones.
It's rough.
Put out.
It's pretty rough. Like, the set is cool, the designs are cool, you know, the fights are cool, but the acting is so bad. It's just so corny. Like, oh god. Don't even get me started on the sound effects. I don't even know if you guys noticed, but the sound effects in this movie, oh god.
Hold on, 1 minute.
It's so bad.
1 minute before we get into the review, I just want to show you off a couple movies that we're going to be reviewing somewhere down the line that I bought at the Orphanage of Movies. First off, I got Kull, the Conqueror. And this one was a little pricey. It was not the bargain of the month. Cemetery Man. I got it down the Cape at a cool music store.
Nice.
Troy, I love you.
The sound effect, like I said, the sound effects in this movie were so bad. Like, if somebody jumped, you would hear a boing.
I didn't notice it.
Not that, like, goofy, but the sound effects were really goofy. Even the Predator, like, sounds they made, compared to the original Predator movie where they had, like, that cool clicking sound.
Oh, God, I forgot all about that.
90% of this movie was just, like, unedited lion roars. Like, they didn't attempt to, like, make it sound like an alien at all. They just took a lion roar, just straight up raw, and then just slapped it in the movie.
I didn't even notice it. I really don't listen.
It was really out of place.
Some of the practical effects, even why I do enjoy practical effects more than CGI, they looked really bad. Like, at the end, the Predator's blood, it was so bad.
There's one part in the movie, if you haven't watched the movie, go fucking watch it. One part in the movie where the blood on the alien, I shit you not, it looks like slime from Nickelodeon. They just plopped on his chest. Looks horrible. There were good parts to the movie, certain aspects of the movie I liked. Part where it's in a tomb or an underground cavern.
The monuments and stuff, yeah.
That, when you hear like the water dripping and everything, walking around in the darkness, the aspect of almost seems like an Indiana Jones where all the traps are coming out.
Yeah, all like the walls moving and stuff when they trip the...
There's one in particular scene in the movie, like you, Chuck Norris, you goddamn bull-flexing ginger-beard knob-hobbling cocksucker. But anyway, there's one part in the movie that was absolutely horrendous, and it reminds me of Batman and Robin.
Oh god.
There's a whole montage of the aliens gearing up. I'm surprised they didn't do like dick shots, butt shots like Batman and Robin. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Jacob, yeah?
Well, they're slapping their ass, they're pulling their
I could not stand. I could not stand that part. Were there any other parts you didn't like?
It was harder to pick out something I liked about this movie. Aside grid for this movie, the alien with the grid pattern on his head,
because he got damaged by the net.
He made the whole movie for you. Like he carried.
He was iconic.
So hard.
God damn it!
Get it off! Get it off!
Goddamn fucking Chuck Norris, you goddamn Chuck Hugger, you fucking asshole!
What was that?
It was a Chuck Hugger! Watch out for Chuck Huggers.
I thought for 2004, the CGI, it wasn't, like, horrible. Like, there were moments where I was like, that's a bit iffy. But overall, I wasn't upset with it. The CGI looked okay. But, I felt like all the practical effects, though, of like, the aliens and then the alien queen, I thought that shit was sick.
The alien queen looked good.
She looked awesome.
Yeah.
And then when the scene where they were laying the eggs, and then every time an egg would open up, they kept that really like genuine to the original Alien film, where it's like very slimy and gross. They really got the body horror down. I thought that was excellent.
Can I speak of the slime? The Predators weren't slimy enough.
Yeah.
They at some points they looked like cosplay. These ones were a little big, like we talked about in the animated film, but I didn't mind the design of them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you'll look at the.
You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey.
Subscribe button.
The CGI, like the practical effects of the alien queen were pretty cool.
Any more opinions on anything?
Not really.
No?
There's not a lot to say about
There's
this
nothing you
movie that I-
actually liked in the movie? First off, how do you feel about everyone in the movie?
Well, like I said, the acting was kind of ass. Well, actually, I don't remember if I said that, but the acting was like kind of ass.
Yeah.
Everybody was acting like this was like a regular fucking Tuesday. Like, oh, we're just going about like in Antarctica, going around an ancient alien monument. Oh, there's aliens right there. Let's just run, grab our
Jacob,
guns.
don't forget
No big
that
deal.
1 minute, one day there's no hole there, there's nothing there. The next, why would you go down a fucking tunnel that appeared there a day later?
Yeah, they acknowledged that someone else had to have done this. It couldn't be like natural
Exactly.
causes.
They took zero safety precautions besides bringing a few guns. They had one safety guide, and it was the main chick trying to keep them all safe. She was doing a horrible job. I get they weren't listening to her, but she set them up. She did not set them up at all. Like, that was really bad.
The ending of the movie
The
was
ending.
probably the worst part. Everyone fucking dies except for the black woman. For some reason, they give her the predator gives her a shield with a xenomorph's head and his tail or something.
I get the idea behind
Wouldn't
that.
that shit burn her? He said that it was just a skull. Wouldn't that burn her fucking arm off?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't just the skull, it was like the whole head. So there would be fluids leaking out of it.
Yeah, remember Jake when you took the blood of the alien? How you said that blood was a very inconsistent.
The blood will burn through the entire fucking monument, straight through, like, the earth, down to the
It burned
crust.
through the predator armor, but then it didn't burn through her like jacket. She
Exact-
just turn it, take it off.
Exactly. She had so much time to take it off, it barely scratched the surface. And then on top of that, how is he just lightly scraping her skin with the alien blood? That thing would have, like, went right through her skull. Like, it would have burned through her face.
And ask a question.
What?
Do you think Chuck Norris has CGI nuts? You don't have much to say, do you, lad?
No,
I don't blame him in the movie.
no.
The movie
But,
is such a fat nothing burger.
One other thing, the grand finale of the movie. This is so stupid. Predator sets his bomb off to wipe everything out, and they slide up the fucking.
I know, why is it going so fast?
Not only that, that would have snapped her neck and ripped her apart as fast as they
Her
were.
organs would have flew.
The explosion would have killed her. How was she able to outrun an explosion that decimated an entire fucking
Oh my
area?
god, the amount of plot armor she had throughout the entire movie is insane.
Yeah, I'm like, and you know, it's like in the original, Arnold Schwarzenegger gets his ass kicked and he's
And
barely
he
alive.
actually shows that he's like
Yeah.
scared, pissless,
Yeah.
because they don't know what the fuck they're dealing with. At first, it's like, oh, we're being attacked by the enemy or whatever, and then no, it's a fucking monster. They shit their pants. These are elite trained soldiers.
This is a woman who climbs mountains.
Exactly. She's like, she acts like she's
Seen it all.
invincible, like no emotion.
Like,
It was so bland.
there's one saving grace to the end of the movie. At the end of the movie, where like when it's all said and done, that would have made it even stupider. And I'm glad they didn't do it. It would have shut the movie off right there. Like where they leave her in Antarctica. I was like, please don't give her a ride home. That would be the dumbest shit.
How the hell did she get home? And all her shit's destroyed. She has to trek through entire. I don't know. That's funny as hell. Oh, one thing that also bothered me.
What?
How the hell did she outrun an alien queen?
Yeah.
Remember the thing was chasing her at the end? That thing, the alien queen was sprinting so fast, and she was like, it did not look like she was actually running. Her
Looked like
run
she
was
was
so
on.
bad.
Looked like she was on a treadmill.
Yeah, exactly. It looks so goofy, and then the alien queen is behind her catching up, but somehow it doesn't, and it just looks so stupid. All of a sudden, there's so much space in between her and the alien. It's like, how the fuck did she run that far? That looks so stupid. But other than that, the alien queen, both CGI.
Yeah.
CGI was alright. I have to
Practical
go back to
effects
that.
were good. A couple little pieces here and there, like
Yeah.
we talked about the blood in one part.
I think the only bad practical effects were the predators, honestly, because the predators you
Oh,
could
God.
easily tell like that's a guy in a suit.
Yeah.
At least the first Predator movie had the advantage of being mostly at nighttime.
Yeah,
so
they
you couldn't see
hit
most of
him
it.
for a lot of the movie.
But this, it was so corny and like very not
The
bright,
Batman
but
and Robin montage
Exactly.
got me. God.
yeah, and like every time the Predator moves, it's just like it feels very stale. The fingers are like you can tell there's gloves. It bugged me so much that I could tell like yeah, that's just a tall dude in it.
Right, so we're all in agreement. I'm like, it was an okay watch.
End of the day, what would you rate it?
The Rage Meter, before probably gave it like a 7. Like I said,
Back in the day.
because I had just watched it a long time ago.
What would you give it
And-
now?
Oh God, maybe like a
Probably dropped a few points, didn't it?
5.5, maybe a 5.
Like, you gotta give it credit.
I'll give it
Yeah.
a 6. I'll give it a 6.
That's yeah.
Some
We've
of
seen worse movies.
some of my ratings are inconsistent towards other movies because I'm not gonna. Oh, what did I give this? What did I give
Yeah.
that? I can't do that.
You're not like looking at each
Yeah,
one, making
I'm
a
not.
tier list.
I'm
It's
like-
just whatever you feel like.
Yeah, it's whatever I feel like.
That's
Back
fair.
in the day, I was happy to get the movie. Happy they came out with an Alien versus Predator movie. Back in the day, I gave it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 6. You?
This is very much just a popcorn like fan service flick. But other than that, the story was like I thought
Basic.
the lore was cool.
It had a little. It was a basic
Yeah,
story.
the characters were ass. The premise was cool. Like on paper, the lore of the movie was sick, but execution was like all right. Visuals were cool.
I will give it.
I'll give it like a 5 as well.
You're gonna give it 5, Jake? What are you gonna give it?
Like a 4 or
I
5.
think a 4. Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
This movie and the next movie that came out after it
Oh, God.
Which we're gonna be
Almost-
reviewing, by the way.
almost ruined the both Alien and Predator franchise for me.
whatsoever.
Do you know what else I don't like? Living in my mother-in-law's basement. And
Understand.
how do
Grief
they
dawn.
decipher the exposition in this movie was ridiculous.
know.
How did they
I don't know.
decipher all the hieroglyphics in 2
That
minutes?
guy was like perfectly fluent
God.
in
telling the
Predator.
whole story. You
Yeah.
could tell he was telling the audience the story.
Yeah, he's like,
It was
whoa,
annoying.
this means that. Like, I get he's a researcher, but
There's
bro
no-
is
yeah.
not fluent in Predator.
Yeah, he's
Like,
not. There's no
that
way
was
a
kinda
real
goofy.
person would be that fluent, that be able to decipher something that quick,
Yeah.
explain a whole story. There's no fucking way.
Well, and that's like,
There's one other thing I don't know if I liked it, but I could appreciate it. If you really watch it, some of the scenes, you could tell they were trying to copy panels of a comic book.
yeah.
But the movie, it
Overall.
is. I gave it a 6. You gave
Yeah.
it what?
I get like a 4 or 5.
You gave it like a 4.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our review of this movie. Where can you find this?
You can watch it on Disney Plus and Hulu.
But our next full review is going to be Alien vs. Predator 2.
Requiem.
Requiem.
How do you? Is it Requiem?
I think it's Requiem.
I'm not. I'm illiterate. I don't know what the hell it means.
All right, and that's going to wrap up this fine review. This has been Rage Ranting, you cocksuckers. I'm not going to stop till you say it.
Yep.